You are sitting on a silent cellular battlefield right now. Every single minute spent in that chair, your cells, your tiny microscopic power generators, are paying a hidden, unexpected cost, fundamentally changing how your body processes energy and regulates sugar. This isn't just about posture or back pain. This is about the profound, immediate impact on your very oldest cellular machinery, accelerating an aging process you thought was inevitable. What you are about to understand is how prolonged physical inactivity directly undermines the efficiency of your cellular energy production and dramatically alters your body's ability to manage its fuel, sugar, moment by moment. We are going to decode the precise biological mechanisms by which your daily habit of sitting can dull your mitochondria, the incredible powerhouses inside every one of your cells, and why even just a brief burst of light movement can instantly recalibrate your insulin response, reshaping your metabolic destiny. Our bodies are magnificent, intricate biological machines engineered for movement. Think of them like incredibly sophisticated, self-repairing vehicles that run on a complex fuel system. But what happens when that vehicle, designed to traverse vast distances, is left idling in a garage day after day? The engine doesn't break down immediately, but its efficiency starts to decline. Its internal systems begin to gather rust. Its fuel lines become less responsive. This is precisely what happens inside your cells when you spend hours upon hours in a seated position. At the heart of this decline are your mitochondria. These are not just tiny structures. They are the dedicated power stations within nearly every cell of your body, tirelessly converting the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe into adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the universal energy currency of life. Without ATP, nothing works. Your brain cannot think, your muscles cannot contract, your heart cannot beat. Mitochondria are the spark that ignites every single function. When you are consistently active, when you ask your muscles to engage, even just for walking or light tasks, you send a powerful signal to these mitochondria. That signal says, more energy required, we need more power. In response, your cells increase the number of mitochondria they produce, a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. They also become more efficient, generating ATP with greater ease and less waste. It's like a city expanding its power grid and upgrading its existing power plants to meet growing demand. However, prolonged sitting sends the opposite signal. It tells your cells, energy demand is low, you can coast. This lack of demand means fewer new mitochondria are created, and existing ones become less robust, less dynamic, and less efficient. They start to operate like power plants running on outdated technology, generating less clean energy and producing more metabolic exhaust or free radicals, which contribute to cellular damage and accelerated aging. A foundational study by Holosy and colleagues in the late 1960s profoundly illustrated how even moderate exercise could significantly increase mitochondrial enzyme activity in skeletal muscle, demonstrating their incredible adaptability. But the reverse is also true. Inactivity diminishes this vital cellular capacity. What does this feel like in your own body? You might experience persistent fatigue, even if you're getting enough sleep. You might find your brain fogged, your concentration wavering. These aren't just vague symptoms. They are the direct biological consequences of your cellular power plants not running at full capacity, their engines sputtering, unable to meet your body's potential demand for vitality. Your once vibrant internal machinery now runs on a dimmer switch, its potential energy output significantly reduced, all because the signal to produce power has been muted. Now, let's turn to the most startling revelation, one that will fundamentally alter how you view your daily habits: the immediate, profound impact of sitting on your body's ability to process sugar. You probably think of blood sugar management as primarily a function of diet, what you eat, how much, and when. And yes, diet is undeniably crucial. But what if I told you that even the healthiest diet can be undermined by prolonged periods of stillness? What if movement itself is one of the most powerful immediate regulators of your blood sugar? Here's the biological truth. Your muscles, especially the large muscles in your legs and glutes, act like massive sugar sponges for your bloodstream. When you contract these muscles, they don't just consume energy, they actively pull glucose out of your blood. This process is largely mediated by a protein called GLUT4, a glucose transporter. Think of GLUT4 as tiny, specialized doors on the surface of your muscle cells. When you move, particularly when your muscles contract, these GLUT4 doors swing open, allowing glucose to rush in from your bloodstream and be used for energy or stored as glycogen. This is incredibly efficient for keeping blood sugar levels stable. But when you sit, these doors largely remain closed. Your muscles become metabolically quiet. They aren't asking for sugar, so glucose lingers in your bloodstream. To compensate, your pancreas has to pump out more insulin, the hormone that signals cells to absorb glucose. If this happens repeatedly, day after day, for hours on end, your cells start to ignore insulin's calls. They become insulin resistant. It's like repeatedly knocking on a door. Eventually, the person inside just stops answering. This isn't a slow, gradual process that takes years to manifest. No, the impact is immediate and dramatic. A groundbreaking study by Healy and colleagues in 2008 revealed just how swiftly this cellular switch flips. They found that even short, repeated breaks in sedentary time throughout the day, just a few minutes of light walking or standing every 30 minutes, resulted in significantly lower glucose and insulin levels after a meal compared to uninterrupted sitting. Think about that for a moment. You could eat the exact same meal, but if you interrupt your sitting with brief movements, your body processes that meal's sugar far more effectively, reducing the metabolic stress on your system. Before this revelation, you might have believed that after finishing a meal, the primary thing to do was relax. Now, you understand your body's profound biological imperative. Your muscles are craving engagement, not just for strength or endurance, but as an instant, powerful lever for metabolic health. Every time you stand up, every time you take a few steps, you're not just moving your body, you are actively opening those GLUT4 doors, inviting sugar out of your bloodstream and giving your pancreas a much-needed break. You are transforming your internal chemistry, one small movement at a time. The difference between prolonged sitting and intermittent movement isn't just a matter of calories burned, it's a fundamental shift in your cellular architecture and metabolic signaling. The good news is that once you understand this intricate biology, you are empowered to make choices that directly support your cellular longevity. You can actively combat the silent cellular cost of daily sitting with simple, effective strategies that work with your body's natural design. Here are 3 specific, actionable ways to immediately improve your metabolic health and cellular energy. First, implement scheduled movement breaks every 30 to 60 minutes. This isn't about fitting in a full workout, it's about micro-interventions. Set a timer. When it goes off, stand up for 2 or 3 minutes. Try simple calf raises, march in place, or do some gentle stretches. The expected biological response is immediate. You're activating your GLUT4 transporters, allowing your muscles to absorb circulating glucose and boosting blood flow throughout your body. This intermittent activation prevents the sustained metabolic shutdown that happens with prolonged sitting, keeping your cellular power plants primed and ready. Second, integrate active furniture and habits into your workspace or home environment. Consider a standing desk, even if you only use it for part of the day. Take phone calls while pacing around the room. If you're watching television, try standing during commercials or even just getting up to fold laundry or do light chores. The biological benefit here is sustained low-level muscle activation. Even standing engages your postural muscles and slightly increases energy expenditure. which helps maintain mitochondrial function and keeps those glucose doors, the GLUT4 transporters, more readily available. It's about building a background hum of metabolic activity rather than prolonged metabolic silence. Third, make post-meal movement a non-negotiable part of your routine. After breakfast, lunch, and dinner, aim for a 10 to 15-minute gentle walk. This doesn't need to be strenuous. A leisurely stroll is perfectly effective. Biologically, this is one of the most powerful strategies for managing blood sugar. The muscle contractions during your walk significantly blunt the postprandial glucose spike, that rapid rise in blood sugar that occurs after eating. By actively helping your muscles take up glucose, you reduce the demand on your pancreas to produce large amounts of insulin, thereby protecting your cells from becoming insulin resistant over time. You are literally turning your food into energy more efficiently, preventing it from lingering as a burden in your bloodstream. Understanding this science brings a profound shift in perspective. Your body is not just a passive vessel that ages regardless of your daily actions. No, you are a dynamic, living system whose cellular machinery is constantly responding to the signals you send it. You now see your desk chair not merely as a piece of furniture, but as a silent metabolic challenge. You realize that your muscles are not just for strength or movement, but are powerful, immediate regulators of your metabolic health. You are now equipped with the knowledge that even small, consistent movements are not just about burning calories. They are about actively maintaining the efficiency of your internal power grid and the responsiveness of your cellular fuel system, truly empowering your journey toward a healthier, more vibrant existence. The continuous unraveling of how our daily choices ripple through our cellular architecture is a journey filled with awe-inspiring discoveries. Keep exploring with us how every decision we make, every habit we cultivate, sends profound signals deep within our bodies, shaping the trajectory of our healthy lifespan. There are so many more layers to uncover, so many more hidden instruction manuals for your body to decode, all leading to a more empowered understanding of your own longevity.